Okay, the LSU Tigers are a 2 seed. On top of that, they're not just a 2 seed, they're playing in the same region that is playing in the Pete Maravich Center. You heard that right. LSU literally has a home game for every one of their games. You can't make that up. Seriously, you can't make that up. They're going to be hosting the Jacksonville Dolphins, who is a 15 seed that won the Atlantic Sun Conference. They went 24-8. Now, LSU, seriously, they lost to South Carolina twice. They lost to Texas, but they also started out the conference losing to Kentucky and Vandy. And that's it. They went, okay, 1-1 with Texas. South Carolina, well, it's South Carolina. Don Staley has Kim Mulkey's number. Uh, they went on a 5-game winning streak. After they lost to South Carolina and then lost to South Carolina again. Lost to Auburn. I mean, one beat Auburn, lost to Texas, and then before that they went Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Texas, and Georgia. 7-game winning streak. Oh, and before that, before they got into conference play where they had a bad start, Kentucky and Vandy losses, they beat Houston Christian, Southeast Louisiana, Georgia Southern, Charlotte, Tulane, Alcorn State, Marist, Washington State, Duke, New Orleans, Louisiana Tech, Morgan State, UT Arlington, and Alabama State. They had a 14-game winning streak before they hit Kentucky and Vandy. And at the time, Kentucky was ranked 11th and Vandy was ranked 12th. Sorry, not Jacksonville State, but Jacksonville just won the Atlantic Sun under Special Jennings. She is a head coach. Started out the 2023-2024 season. Now, she went 11-20 her first season there. Then went 14-17, and now she is 24-8. And they had a pretty good season. They ended the season with a 4-game winning streak. Beat North Florida, West Georgia, Central Arkansas, and Austin Peay. Lost to Stetson before that, but Florida Gulf Coast, Queens, North Florida, Stetson again. Or they played Stetson at home and beat them. Florida Gulf Coast, so they beat them twice. West Georgia, Austin Peay, and Lipscomb, and Bella Marine. They had a 9-game winning streak. Before that, they lost to East Kentucky, North Alabama, beat Central Arkansas, lost to West Georgia, beat Queens and Lipscomb, lost to Austin Peay. They've had an up and down season. They did beat Georgia Tech as a Power Four conference team. We're going to take a look at this by the numbers. They've got some straight up shooters here. This is Jacksonville. Special Jennings has put together a good team. And we need to take a look at that. And we're going to take a look at LSU. We're going to take a look at this by the numbers. We're going to start with Jacksonville because quite literally they are the visiting team. End of story. That is the only way to look at this. They are the visiting team. So let's get into it. Before we get into the crux of this video, hit like, hit subscribe if you like college sports, because I do college sports, primarily college football, college women's gymnastics, do a little basketball, and other sports on occasion, but that's what I do, college. Also, General Robert Neyland, former University of Tennessee head football coach for decades, had 7 maxims to win any game, but they can also help you if you apply them correctly to your life. The second one is play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That is a maxim that can be also applied to your life. Look for those breaks and take it. Now, Jacksonville, 73.2 points a game. They're 57th in the nation for scoring offense. They allow 66.7 points a game. Got a decent defense. 39.9 field goal percentage, 199th. They're not that good field goal shooting. 72.5 free throw percentage, 144th in that. 30.3 3-point percentage, 206th in that. 5 3 points made a game, 289th in that. 12 assists. They don't work well. They don't work as a team. That's one thing Special Jennings has got to work on. 243rd on that. They get 35 defensive rebounds. Now, they're 76th in the nation on that one. 15.3 turnovers a game. That's not a good look. They're 180th in that. They only blocked 3.4 block shots, 126th in that. But they do steal 9.9 balls a game. Now, Priscilla Williams leads in points, rebounds, assists, and blocks. She's a guard that leads in rebounds and blocks. 28.2 minutes, 15.4 points, 8.6 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 1.3 steals, 1.3 blocks, but she does have 3.8 turnovers. That's not a good look, but nobody else comes even close to that. 39% field goal percentage, 28.1 3-point percentage, 77.8 free throw percentage. Tatum Brown, who leads in steals, 30.3 minutes, 10 points, 5.3 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 2.3 steals, 0.3 blocks, 1.5 turnovers, 44.2 field goal percentage, 36.9 3-point percentage, and 75% free throw percentage. Micaiah Miller, 27.1 minutes, 9 points, 2.3 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 1 steal, 0.2 blocks, 1.6 turnovers, 36.2 field goal percentage, 33.7 3-point percentage, and 76.4 free throw percentage. Anaya Smith, 20.2 minutes, 7.9 points, 2.5 rebounds, 1.9 assists, 1.9 steals, 0.1 blocks, 1.9 turnovers, 39.6 field goal percentage, 22.6 3-point percentage, and 80% free throw percentage. Okay, I'm looking at this team. If they want to even have a chance of not being embarrassed in this game, their defense is as good as it's going to get. What they need to work on is getting the ball to the players that are going to be able to actually score. Carmia Bowman shoots 52.9%. She is a 52.9% field goal percentage. Now, she only scores 6.6 points a game. Get the ball to her in field goal range. Get her in the paint and get her doing what she needs to do. You want to shoot a 3-point? Get it to Tatum Brown, who's shooting 36.9, or Mariah Knight, who's shooting 41.7. Now, she only scores 4.4 points a game. Maybe get it to the players that can shoot. Priscilla Williams, 15.4 points. She is a star for this team. But they seriously need to she needs to get the ball to who will actually score, because everything's going to be focused on her anyway. Get it to who can score. That's the first thing that you've got to do to be able to have a chance at this game. Now, LSU, 94.5 points a game. They're first in the nation. They allow 60.8 points a game. Good defense. 50.5 field goal percentage. Fourth in the nation. 73.5 free throw shooting. 112th in the nation. Okay. 38.1 3-point percentage. Third in the nation. 5.8 3-points made a game. 205th in that. But they're doing pretty good at shooting when they only need to. 18.3 assists a game. They're 10th in the nation. Very well coordinated team. 44 defensive rebounds a game. Second in the nation. 122nd in turnovers with 14.6. 5.6 block shots. They're 10th in the nation. And oh, by the way, 11.4 steals. LSU Tigers, what can you say? Malaysia Fulwilly leads in points, assists, steals, and blocks. She's not the big name, but probably because, well, they've been giving Flau'jae a rest. 22.7 minutes, 14.6 points, 3.8 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 3 steals, 1.4 blocks, 2.3 turnovers, though, but still 47% field goal percentage shooting, 32.5 3-point percentage, 76.4 free throw shooting. Flau'jae, 25.2 minutes, 13.8 points, 4.2 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 1.3 steals, zero point 0.8 blocks, 1.8 turnovers, 45.8 field goal percentage, 40.2 3-point percentage, and 68.2 free throw percentage. Michaela Williams, 28.3 minutes, 13.6 points, 5.3 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1.4 steals, zero point 0.2 blocks, 2.5 turnovers, 50.3 field goal percentage, and 42.1 3-point percentage with an 80.3 free throw percentage icing. Zakiya Johnson, 19.2 minutes, 9.9 points, 5.8 rebounds, 1 assist, zero point 0.7 steals, zero point 0.5 blocks, 1 turnover, 59.1 field goal percentage, 66.7 3-point percentage, and 68.2 free throw percentage. Owen Amaya Joyner leads and rebounds a game, 7.4. I would, in this game, I would use this as a practice warm up. Seriously. You've got players that you need to get in and out. You do. You've got to get certain ones of them, learning to do what they need to do. You don't need Michaela Williams and Malaysia Fulwilly doing almost 5 turnovers a game. So get them practicing a few things. Flau'jae, you know what she's going to do for you. Zakiya Johnson, you know what she's going to do for you. I would let some of the lesser knowns get into this game a lot more. Don't make Jacksonville and don't embarrass Jacksonville any more than you can embarrass them. This is a perfect warm up practice game. Get the players that need to know what they're doing what they need to do. End of story. Now, this is a Go Tigers game. It is. LSU is straight up the dominant team. They're playing at home. I know the LSU fans, they're going to be straight up beast during this tournament. You know they're going to have tickets for this game. You know that they're going to make sure that they're going to be out there and heard. This is a home environment in which, honestly, it isn't even anything other than a warm up. Jacksonville Dolphins deserve to be in this game. What Special Jennings has done with Jacksonville is amazing. It is. Winning the Atlantic Sun, amazing. I can imagine that she is going to be looked at here in a few years for a better coaching job. But she was a high school coach before Jacksonville. Her turning around this team after winning national titles in the high school ranks, hey, what she's done with Jacksonville can't be. But Kim Mulkey, come on. It's Kim Mulkey. You can't make this up that they are literally going to be a fly splattered against the windshield in this one. Shooting, just diametrically opposed. Rebounding, diametrically opposed. Assists, diametrically opposed. Steals, blocks, scoring, defense, all of it. Every facet of this game is LSU. Now, am I thinking that Jacksonville's a bad team? No. Jacksonville went 24-8. I have all the respect for them. ESPN's got this at 99%, and for LSU, 1% for Jacksonville. Honestly, the the Tigers really do need to use this as a practice warm up game. That's all this is going to be, a practice warm up. The girls don't have to travel. Coach doesn't have to travel. Nobody has to travel. Use this as a warm up. They can even bypass practice time for this game. This game can be their practice time. That's the only way to look at it. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. Hey, folks, before you leave, if you're can't become a member via my YouTube channel, which that's for my thinker. I've also got sports. I've got a Patreon. If you really, really want to help me out, I would be much appreciated. But hey, hitting like, hit subscribe, hit commenting, all those things really help me out. Have a good day.